on, because for now, GogojOey has had enough of ZVZ. He's played, he's eaten the shark, and he's decided, you know what? I've had enough of that matchup.
Yeah, so this is something that I requested of them last week, but they did go serious mode, that they did have a ZVZ. But this time, we of course have one of them testing out their Protoss.
My lord, and this is also by their own intention here on Romanticide LE. LE, of course, standing for Lovers. I'm trying to think of how I can link it to Vortex again. Piña Colada, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, swinging all the way in the top left-hand corner. The blue Protoss player, not the blue Zerg player, from Hong Kong. He is going to be representing himself as he's currently teamless, feeling very confident in this matchup, feeling very confident in his off race. He initiated this. We have GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red. He is representing Team Intensity Esports. Going for a pool first, it is MeomaikA.
GogojOey has got to have something planned over here, because this wasn't MeomaikA memeing or anything. This wasn't like, hey, GogojOey, you wanna like off race or anything. It was straight up GogojOey got in the lobby, selected Protoss, and was like, yo, Meo, I'm gonna play Protoss. Is that okay?
So, if you recall, the last time we had them off race, or the last couple of times, before we had the PvP, GogojOey, he offered playing his Protoss against MeomaikA Zerg, because GogojOey has been off racing. You know, he's been pulling a bit of a gym, if you will.
Yeah.
But that was when MeomaikA, I think that was the time when MeomaikA said, no, let's TVT instead.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
yeah.
like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so they did TVT, and of course last week we were talking about it. They decided to be a little bit more serious, and they had their ZVZ, and this entire time, because GogojOey offered it, I'm so curious to see what GogojOey has in store for us. Is he like Jim? Is he the kind of player who just goes double Void Ray Stargate? Like, sorry, double Stargate Void Ray?
If anything, he's like Beastork.
I guess
Let's be real here.
We'll see what he has to offer here. Again, MeomaikA, he's not holding back. He opened up with a pool first, already sneaking a Ling into the main base.
That Ling's gonna get a pretty great scout off here, but I mean, nothing to really reveal. I guess that itself is valuable information regardless. But yeah, GogojOey just playing this out a bit more straight up, going for a double gate, but that's really more just to get a wall up here. He's not going to be focused on producing gateway units for a little while, maybe a couple of centuries. He's going to be, but apart from that, he is really going to be dedicated to his Stargate.
Yeah, so I'm worried for GogojOey. Again, I assume that he's going to go double Stargate Void Ray. I assume that that's kind of what he's been having fun with.
That's your assumption.
Yeah, the problem is though that, like, against MeomaikA, like MeomaikA, he's such an aggressive player, and we talk about how someone like Starduck has a lot of issues playing against MeomaikA. I'm worried for GogojOey, not gonna lie. Oh boy.
I am a little bit worried for GogojOey, but at the same time, I am just so curious to see what is gonna happen. You need to let go of the worries every now and then, like in the name of science.
We got one Void Ray on the way. We'll see if we see another. We'll see what additional tech is thrown down for GogojOey, if he goes double Stargate or if he only goes one. Already, Joey is already messing up a little bit because his building positioning means that there's some inefficient mining going on right now.
If only there were mules that could like immediately mine out that patch.
Yeah, oh my god. Got a fleet beacon on the way.
That is a fleet beacon. GogojOey has been watching Paco Mike.
I hope not. Oh no. So
making up.
I don't know if you watched last week the nonsense that was Paco Mike last week, where Paco Mike was playing Fleet Beacon into Tempest.
I'm pretty sure I purged it from my memory. I remember it. It's coming back to me now.
Yeah, I mean, he did it in the finals. So if you tune into the finals of like Battle of the Americas or like
Eric, was it? It was a PvZ finals, wasn't it?
It was there was a PvZ finals between Jim and Ryu, where Jim did the same thing because he got influenced by Paco Mike. We do have a second Stargate on the way, but this morning, and here we go. This morning, Paco Mike, he did the same thing, except this time he didn't make Tempest. He apologized. He said that he was having fun and it didn't work because his opponents kept knowing what to do, and this is a classic Paco Mike, just going straight into carriers.
I like that detail. He apologized.
He did.
For going Tempest. For having fun. Well then. Alright. Well, this is classic Paco Mike. As you said, he was one of the very first players to be experimenting with 2-gate carrier builds way in the very early days of the Void Ray change.
Well, even before the Void Ray change,
even
right?
Before that, yeah, actually.
Oh god, which is why this got so much better after the Void Ray change. There are obviously weaknesses to this. Obviously the biggest weakness is because he's rushing to carriers, he does not have a lot of Void Rays to defend and protect his carriers, so they are vulnerable to Spire play and going straight into Corruptors. Thankfully for GogojOey, MeomaikA is not doing that and he's going into Hydras instead.
Yeah, well, thankfully that's what's happening if that's gonna be the case, but when you get enough Hydralists, they can absolutely start going toe-to-toe with the carriers. Just take out as many Interceptors as they can. It doesn't take, it doesn't take too many attacks to kill Interceptors, and of course Hydras are very well known for their attack speed. And not quite yet without Goose Spines, but already he's applying a lot of pressure on GogojOey.
I mean, the third is dead. Like, there's no question about it. The third is gone, mate. We do have a lot of shield batteries on the way. The problem is that the shield batteries aren't going to keep the Interceptors alive. As you said, the Interceptors are just going to die, and then where is the damage output for GogojOey's army?
If only he could, like, crash the carriers into the army, but no, that is not something that Protoss does, and yeah, GogojOey is very quickly running out of Interceptors. I count 1 on the map right now, and now I count 0. Now I count 1. Now I count 0.
This is why going into fast carriers like this can be very risky, and GG gets called.
Against MeomaikA of all people, yeah, you really need to. It really has to be, I feel, not only map specific, because of course some maps are a bit easier to defend with Stargate than others, but also opponent specific. You do not want to go against a player like MeomaikA who is going to try to end the game early like that.
Yeah.
You want to go against a Zerg player who is a bit more macro focused. Maybe this might work against Demi, since he is a lot more of a mid-game Zerg player, but yeah, not against MeomaikA here. And I'm hoping GogojOey has more builds in his up his sleeve here, because he is not allowed to switch back to Zerg in the middle of a series.
I was about to say, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that would work against a player like GogojOey, and that's why GogojOey does it.
Yeah.
Again,
fair,
this going for double Stargate like this, again, you're hoping that your opponent is playing a little bit more macro oriented, is thinking more about the later stages of the game. Because MeomaikA, he didn't even scout the Fleet Beacon, by the way. Like, he didn't. he was just going for a Hydra push. He was just going for a Hydra Queen all in, and yeah,
it's like, all right, Stargate, regardless, I'm gonna go for a massive anti-air push.
Yeah, like, even if it was a double Stargate Void Ray opening, like, it would have worked as well. Like, MeomaikA, solid push.
Very much so. Oh boy. And now we'll see what else he's got. We are going into Blackburn LE, which, I don't know, do you think Stargate works better on this map? I think maybe not necessarily the style of Stargate that GogojOey is going for here with the straight carriers, but I feel like Stargate Harass is a lot better on this map. Oracles and stuff.
It can be. We'll see. I'm just trying to get into the mind of a player like GogojOey. Like, if you're off racing as Protoss for fun, like, what do you do?
Well, I mean, I think for a lot of if you're doing it for fun, that's a different story. But I think for a lot of players, when they off race, they're like, all right, what consistently kicks my ass in this matchup? And then just keep doing that until eventually it stops working. But yeah, till then, we'll see what this player has up his sleeve. Here in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, as everything falls apart around our players here. we have the blue Protoss player coming out from Hong Kong, not the Zerg player coming out from Hong Kong, but also not Beastork. He is busy stroking his beef right now. He is GogojOey.
It was my turn to think that GogojOey was the red player because of all the red.
I had no as well, but then I consciously just like check the nexus, not the flag. Check the nexus, not the flag.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn ALE, we have the red Zerg player representing the red flag as well. Of course, the flag of Vietnam. Also on the team, Intensity Esports, already up 1-0 in this best of 3, having some fun, taking the gold. It is MeomaikA.
Notice how this base is the colors of Vietnam. Of the Vietnamese flag.
Yeah.
Or I guess the colors of Vietnam in general, yeah.
Beautiful.
What a combination.
What does it say whenever MeomaikA goes for this, he loses though? Yeah.
Well, it could say that we're getting our ace match. It could say that maybe MeomaikA hasn't learned his lesson, or it could say that maybe MeomaikA is thinking, I know what you're up to, GogojOey. You wanna like show off a little bit with your off race. Well, let me tell you what, I can show off too, and I bet you I'm gonna do even better.
We'll see. Because you know what, GogojOey, he scouted, he saw the hatchery at the gold base, he confirmed the timings of the gas and the spawning pool. GogojOey knows exactly what MeomaikA is going for, and we will see if GogojOey can punish this gold base.
And when it comes to Protoss, there should be a lot of options available for you to just punish the greed of a player going for the gold base like this. I'm thinking, Oracles, Adepts. If you want to get really crazy, you can go for Colossus drop, but yeah, that's pretty out there.
Yeah, and I feel like that works a little bit better against maybe Terran. I guess you can whip it out against Zerg. But we'll see, because that first Adept, it's already going across the map, and he's here to deny that mining.
Yeah, Adepts can really tank quite a couple of shots here from Queen, so as long as GogojOey pulls away in time, then it is not going to be too much of a bother.
Exactly. We do have a couple of links on the way here from MeomaikA, trying to, maybe trap the Adept. It looks like he's going to get it.
Just barely. I really like the idea there that GogojOey had, preemptively send the shade out, but yeah, unfortunately the timing is a little bit missed. I just noticed this about the map light. There's a chained up Ultra.
Oh yeah, it's gruesome. It's awful. It's disgusting. It's not chained up. It's impaled.
No, not even that one. That's an impaled Ultra, but like a little bit to the left. Right. Yeah, you see that?
Oh yeah. Look at him go.
It's fighting for his life. Yeah.
Get him out.
Break the ceiling. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, speaking of chains, MeomaikA does break the chains that were blocking him from getting to the natural, but a little unable to get into the main base thanks to this Void Ray.
Yeah, exactly. We do see GogojOey does come out with this Void Ray. We have a second one on the way, and he's playing this a little bit scared. He does already have that shield battery here to help, make sure the wall is a wall. And I'm curious to see what the plan is right now from GogojOey, because right now MeomaikA is getting away with that gold.
Getting very much away with that. Shooting up in tech. He has already gotten his lair. For a second there, it looked like he was getting two. Never mind, he is in fact getting 2 Hydra Dens.
I mean, he's got a lot of money.
To flex on his, yeah.
You can
This is like when you,
yeah.
This is like when hotels in Nevada and stuff put a fountain up to be like, yeah, we're that rich.
In Nevada?
Yeah, because it's like a desert. Or I guess that one ice hotel that's in one of the Arabian countries. Oh no, not one of the Arabian countries. I believe it was actually Uzbekistan.
Ah.
Or the Central Asian, like, desert countries.
But yeah, like, because MeomaikA is so rich, he can go for both upgrades at the same time. This is something that I haven't seen in a very long time. It used to be a little more frequent back when you had to morph your Hydra Den into a Lurker Den. But yeah, this is terrifying right now, what MeomaikA is going to be coming out with.
Thankfully for GogojOey, that does mean that MeomaikA doesn't have too many defenses right now, so should be able to take out a spawning pool, which is nice. I mean, Ling reinforcements are really what secures a push here for the Zerg player, but I highly doubt that's going to be enough. The bulk of the offense of the damage here is going to come from these Hydras, and he just continue to make more. He's not even rebuilding at spawning pool light.
It's funny because the spawning pool has two purposes, right? It's lings and queens as well. But because MeomaikA doesn't make creeping queens, like, he's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he just needs one queen for each
now
base.
you mentioned it.
He doesn't need additional queens. So he's just fine
And
just
he
making
is-
nothing but Hydras.
Yeah, and he is fine with being on 3 bases like that. He's like, yeah, 3 bases, 3 queens. I got a gold base.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I got muscular augments. Why do I need creep, right?
Yeah, it's like, mate, don't you want to connect your bases to defend them? He's like, nah, mate, I'm good. I just need Hydras.
I got muscular augments. What do you want from me?
I got link speed. What are you on about? I got Hydra speed. That's all I need. And mate, he's making it work. The Hydras are across the map, and he's gonna get a kill in this third.
Yeah, even accounting for those slow zones, Blackburn isn't exactly a very wide map here. So it really doesn't take long to get from one side to the other horizontally like that, or even vertically as well. Another Void Ray gonna be taken out just like that. That is the beauty of Blue Spines. It's not just the muscular augments that MeomaikA has here, where he can hunt down the kiting air units and pounce on top of them. It's also the added range to try to get them while they're evacuating to dead air.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, this is absolutely disgusting. Like, honestly, this makes me want to do this on this map. I want to try this out. Yeah, in PvZ. See if I can get away with it. See if I can pull a MeomaikA, because right now the Hydras are pushing up the ramp. There are 3 shield batteries here. Overcharge is available, and ooh, MeomaikA is having a hard time pushing up into the natural.
Yeah, very much underestimating the damage output he has over here. Hydras are actually pretty tanky when it comes to Void Rays, but not so much when it comes to Adepts here. They do take a little bit of additional damage, and now MeomaikA has to regroup and rebuild.
And you know what? I'm sure, like, as this game goes on, MeomaikA's gonna wish he remade that spawning pool. Did he even notice he lost it? Did he?
He might not have.
Does he know?
I don't think he has yet.
Oh god, like, he could do with making some lings right now. Like, he doesn't have the gas to make more Hydras. Like, he's pumping out as many Hydras as he can, but oh god.
Do you think he's holding out his Z key and be like, might not work? Do I not have the larva? Is it like?
But I've been injecting. That's what my queens are for. That's
That's the only purpose these queens have.
Oh god, but here we go. The Void Rays are coming in. Again, the problem is that the Void Rays didn't do that well against Hydras. I kind of wish, I would have loved like a switch into like a more adept heavy style, but
Yeah, or even, you know, maybe even some Phoenixes to supplement this.
I mean, if MeomaikA keeps splitting up his army like that, it's fine. GogojOey just has to go mass Void Ray.
What is MeomaikA's win rate putting on this map now that I think about it?
Oh god, we'll see again. The Hydras, well, like, the Hydras are split up right now. Like, if GogojOey focused on one side, maybe he could win the battle, but in the end the Void Rays do get pushed away. Another falls.
And now MeomaikA is really looking to just punish GogojOey here for not pressing his advantage. Starting to gather all of his forces. Has a lot of side defense here in between his third and natural base. And that's going to be deterring MeomaikA for a long, long time. Finally, he's getting his upgrades out. I just noticed that.
1-1 is on the way. It's just nothing but mass Hydra. We got an infestation pit on the way to get into those Vipers. I kind of wish GogojOey got like, mate, GogojOey, he needs a fleet beacon. He needs Flux Veins, mate. Oh my god.
He really does. Flux Veins to evacuate away or to retreat away from these Hydras, or even, I don't know, maybe even, yeah, I don't know, Tempest, question mark?
I don't know about that,
probably
man.
Not a good idea, but like, I don't know, maybe if you can go Mass Phoenix and you can lift up?
Hey, I don't know why you keep going back to the Phoenixes. Like,
I don't know, I think Rotterdam maybe just chipped my brain or something like that. So I'm just craving Phoenixes every now and then.
Oh god, like, mate, Void Ray is all you need. Did you not watch Vivid?
It really
in that
yeah.
ESL Open Cup? Do you remember Vivid versus DRG?
I was gonna say I watch old mate Vincent a lot, but yeah, you're right.
Finally, the
Hydras
fleet beacon.
don't have too much health on them, so
Yeah, finally the fleet beacon is on the way. The thing is that like pure Hydra, it's okay. Like as we can see, like he can fight the void rays like this. Like he just 3 immediately just died. Like MeomaikA can brute force this. It's just every now and then MeomaikA, he like comes in with like a staggered army. He doesn't have everything. He pushes into like this defensive setup. I say defensive setup. Yo, GogojOey, he did not remake the defenses, the stack defense. Oh my god.
That he did not. Has a single shield battery available over here. If things get really dire, he can throw down the battery overcharge. But you don't want to be overly reliant on a single battery like that. MeomaikA is pushing in at a bit of an odd angle right now, and again, these adepts on the ground, these void rays in the sky, gonna be more than enough to chase away the low amount of Hydras that MeomaikA is pushing with. Trying to do a little bit of multi-prong here. We'll see if it works out for him.
Yeah, it looks like he was kind of succeeding a little bit because as we can see, the Hydras are getting into the mineral line, and finally he's getting some economic damage done. This is pretty good, but again, these are pretty expensive trades. Very expensive.
They very much are. And I think the trade would be in MeomaikA's favor if he, trades evenly, but again, he kind of isn't. GogojOey trading a lot more efficiently at the moment anyway.
Yeah, that fight specifically though, 13 pros went down, and he also denied the 4th base, which is pretty important. Like MeomaikA, he is trading at least.
Yeah.
And finally, there we go. The Vipers are on the way now that the Hive is done, so he will be able to utilize that, and that is going to be a game changer here. With Vipers, MeomaikA should be able to win these engagements like handily.
Yeah, all he really needs is one pair bomb and a bunch of yoinks coming out over here, and that should just about secure the fight for him and potentially even the victory. But he needs to make sure he fights with those Vipers.
Yeah, that he does. At the same time, though, GogojOey, he also wants to fight with his shield batteries, and his overcharge. Speaking of, like, if you're taking this base, GogojOey, just throw down a bunch of shield batteries. Come on, man.
He has a pile there already.
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, he heard us. Throwing up some cannons and what have you.
There we go. There we go. Cannons and shield batteries being thrown down. Beautifully done here by GogojOey. But the problem is that this is quite late. And MeomaikA, he's getting ready to push in.
It's already here. I mean, on what I'm seeing right now, like MeomaikA is finally making a gold base build work late.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit there, but oh god, there are the yoinks. 4 void rays immediately going down.
There we have it. GG is called. I am so confused as to what I've just witnessed, but MeomaikA is going to be a first finalist of the evening. I think this is the first time I've ever seen MeomaikA make a win on this map while taking the gold base.
Yeah, GG MeomaikA. He tried his hardest to make the ace match a thing, but in the end, he won the game. He did win the series 2-0. Congratulations, MeomaikA, showing off his ZVP a little bit there. He does move on to the grand finals, and he knocks down GogojOey to the lower bracket.
Indeed, he does. The lower bracket finals, so GogojOey still has another chance for a bit of a rematch here. Demi as well, and I believe Starduck is still in here. Starduck is still in here, yep. Right now it is Starduck versus Demi going on to see who gets to face GogojOey in that lower bracket finals.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I am envious. I would love to see a Starduck versus Demi rematch. Like, the day started with them. I don't know if you remember,
It really did.
That was our first series.
It was such an impressive series, too.
Yeah, and Starduck, he almost won game 1. And 1 game is all you need in that lower bracket.